Hi guys, Sarah here and welcome to Novel Expectations. Today I'm coming to you with another Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group that was started by Janie over at the Bookworm's Buddy and Janelle from Miss J. Rod Reads. This week's question is, do you read strictly for enjoyment? And for that I have to say yes, but I have a little bit more to say on the subject. I've always read for enjoyment. I love to read. I love to read just about anything I can get my hands on. Now, 90%, maybe not even that much lately, maybe about 70% of what I read is more popular fiction, if you will. New York Times bestsellers, contemporary romance, some good psychological thrillers, stuff like that. I'm even getting more into YA lately. I know, you're shocked. But I will explain more later when I get into some book hauls in the next few weeks. So anyway, I read a wide variety of stuff. And a lot of it is stuff that I think some people, I'm not saying all people, that some people would consider to be on the fluffier side of reading. It's not anything that's going to make you think. It's not anything that's going to teach you anything. Well, to that I have to say, no, I'm sorry. Every single thing that you read can teach you something. So even though you're reading because you're enjoying it, you are often still learning something. I can't tell you the number of times I've been reading a book and read some minuscule thing, maybe the state bird of Minnesota, or a way something is pronounced, or where a certain food comes from. It's these little things that end up in these books that you don't think about and you go, oh, I didn't know that. So now you have learned something. It's not anything great. You're not going to be able to appear on Jeopardy with your great vast knowledge from some of these things, but it's still nice to have learned something as you're reading, no matter what it is that you're reading. Now, the other 30% of the stuff that I read is nonfiction, and I've just recently gone into nonfiction. I used to consider nonfiction to be academic texts. That's what I would think, like the stuff that you read in school. And I thought, how can people possibly find that enjoyable? Well, nonfiction can be really enjoyable if you find subjects that you find enjoyable. It's almost like expanding your schooling in a way. Like a lot of biographies and memoirs, that's a little different. But when you start getting into historical biographies, perhaps, or science texts or anything at all like that, you are expanding yourself beyond what you ever learned in school. And those are the books that you're going to learn a lot more from, of course, because that's what they're meant to do. They are meant to teach you something, but also entertain you. And I think a good book can do both. If I start reading a nonfiction work and I just feel like I'm literally reading something that I probably read in high school, I'm going to put it down and I'm not interested in reading that at all. But if I'm reading something that the author has injected some fun into it and some, a little entertainment along the way, then I think that makes it that much more enjoyable. And I think we can all attest to that maybe we all had one of those teachers in school. I had one, and it happened to be my history teacher, and he made it fun. And I think if you're reading nonfiction work, even if it's a subject that you really, really enjoy, if you're not enjoying reading it, you're not going to read it, and you're not going to learn anything. So I think personally, all reading ends up somewhere down the line being for enjoyment. So anyway, guys, that's all I have to say on this subject this week. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and I will talk to you next time. Take care and happy reading, guys. Bye.